Jeff Zeleny, thanks so much. Well, joining us now is Democratic Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado. He serves on the Senate Intelligence Committee. Senator, appreciate your time. You had a number of tense exchanges during your question and answer period on the committee today, but I want to play some of that for our viewers. Take a listen.
Did you know that the president's Middle East advisor was in Moscow on this thread while you were, as director of the CIA, participating in this thread? Were you aware of that? Are you aware of that today?
I'm not aware of that today.
This sloppiness, this incompetence, this disrespect for our intelligence agencies and the personnel who work for them is entirely unacceptable.
Senator, at another point in the hearing, you said, after a similar exchange, you need to do better. What will convince you this national security team is doing better?
It's going to come they've got to come a long way, Phil. I think, first of all, the points that I was making about respecting the people that serve in our intelligence agencies, this has been a struggle, as you know, throughout these hearings. The hearings for the CIA director, the hearings for Tulsi Gabbard, the inability of people to create a confidence among Republicans and Democrats here that they can actually keep the nation's secrets secret. And that is a whole different dimension to the problem that's happening at the same time, which is the president has all of a sudden decided our traditional allies are not the people we should rely on in the world. And we find ourselves voting, with Russia and North Korea and China in the United Nations instead of with the allies that we've had before. So you take these two things at the same time, and I think it creates a heightened concern about our secrets falling into the wrong hands.
After the hearing, we just heard Jeff Zeleny reporting about President Trump and his public appearance today. He echoed John Ratcliffe. He echoed DNI Tulsi Gabbard's assertion that no classified information was shared in the chat. Take a listen.
There was no classified information, as I understand it. They used a app, if you want to call it an app, that a lot of people use, a lot of people in government use, a lot of people in the media use.
Mr. President, who told you that information was not classified?
Another question.
Which of your national
Please,
security advisors
Just
told
following
you
up on
A notable pause and non-answer there in terms of who gave him that information. I guess my question is, based on the reporting, is it remotely plausible that there wasn't classified information here?
I don't think it's remotely plausible, and I haven't met anybody on Capitol Hill today who thinks that talking about our battle plans on Signal is the right thing to do. And so the idea that the administration officials came up here today and didn't apologize, didn't say they'd made a mistake, claimed, I suppose, all kinds of privileges, or were trying to split kind of have legalistic answers about whether stuff was classified or not. I mean, battle plans are basically always classified. And we're in a situation here where Jeff Goldberg was willing to treat some of the information as though it might expose, I suppose, the sources and uses of the intelligence agencies of the United States government, which is more care than the cabinet members that were on that phone call were willing to do. And then after it was over, they haven't even said that they were wrong. So I think this is a story that's not going to go away. I think you're going to see deep bipartisan concern. These are life and death decisions that are made, and there's a reason why information like this should never be shared publicly.
The bipartisan concern you note, we don't see a lot of that these days. With Republicans in control of the House and the Senate, the Senate Intel Committee is traditionally bipartisan, or has worked in a bipartisan manner over my 15, 16 years covering Washington, D.C. What's next? Can you get these chats? What's the kind of process that you're pursuing now?
I think what we really need to be able to see is the full transcript of the call and of the thread. If the officials have it, which I believe they will, and I believe we should see it. So that's what I think the next step for the Intelligence Committee is. And then we have to exercise our oversight. As you said, we do that generally in a bipartisan way. It's not perfect, but the fact that we meet behind closed doors means there's less partisan finger pointing, and people take very seriously their responsibility to their constituents, because we're the ones that are providing oversight for the American people, and even for the other senators who are not on the committee itself, and also to make sure that the standard that our intelligence officers are required to live up to, no matter what is the president, that's a standard that the political leadership is held to as well. Because if they're not held to that standard, there's no reason to believe that anybody else will live up to the standards that are so important to protecting the national security of the United States. And that is really what's at stake here, no matter who the president is.
Democratic Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado, always appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Thank you.